Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Intuitive Downloads. My name is Gabrielle, and I'll be your train conductor. All aboard the love train. Hurry up and find your seats. So, last night, while I was, doing my thing, I kind of started digging back into the cold case files. And that is some of the hardest shit that I can do. I promise it is, because the amount of emotion, these poor people, these poor children. And from what I was figuring out, so many are, they know what happened. And I mean like higher ups, people who are supposed to be investigating these things. It's crazy. It really, really is. All right. So it's one of those things that's almost difficult, right? There's a that shit is so draining just to even like think about. It's like little girl from Chicago, Illinois, 15 years old, 2019. So this was a recent one, and so it's one of those things where you can start anywhere, right? So I looked at a case from the 60s who, um, it's a shame because after 7 years, you're declared legally, whatever, legally deceased, right, by the orphans court and all of that. And the violence that people suffer, the violence that they suffer. This one woman's remains, from what I was able to gather, lies in a park in the same county, in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to be exact. Case from 1961. I know y'all are listening. You know which case it is because there's only one open from that region. She's in the park. She's in Buck Miller Park somewhere. I don't know if there used to be horse trails or something like that, but yeah. And what it appeared like, well, her spouse is already deceased, who's the person, from what I was able to gather from the cards, was the one who was primarily responsible. There's another woman involved. You know what I mean? Like, people just don't disappear and leave all their money and shit in their bank accounts if they're unhappy. You know what I mean? And so many things just don't add up. So many things don't make sense. But it was the 60s. So what do you expect from the available resources? Like, and saying nothing negative against, law enforcement whatsoever, but what they had to sleuth at that time was so limited. And so, yeah, I feel like from what I saw, they will discover her remains soon. I don't know if they're going to put a polo field in or something like that, but they'll, like, yeah. And it felt like she was one place, and then once the park was commissioned, she was placed in the park. But anyway, hey y'all. I know it could be very heavy. It could be very, very heavy. And there was a young lady from Pittsburgh who disappeared in 2019 as well. Oh no, the other girl was 2015. This one's the one I stopped on. So this is where we're gonna pick up. Lord help me. All right. Her name is Tony Turner. All right. Let us go. I'm hoping now that it's daylight hours, the energy will be a lot cleaner because it was really, really, really like, Lord help me. And the girl in Chicago, she was abducted by a crime ring, sold into the trafficking. But from what I saw, mm, and they traced her to a very, very, very affluent neighborhood just outside the city of Chicago. And so I thought that was interesting. But we'll get back to her in a little bit. Let's see. She was last seen in Pittsburgh, so we're going to start with the Pennsylvania map. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, angels and ancestors and guides. Please step forward and offer your white light of protection. Keep the energy pure and clean and untamperable. Bind, block, and send to the pits of hell any low vibrational spirits or entities or energies sent my way, and anything but the highest vibration. All right. Here we go. Show me where Tony is. If she's still in this region. Show me. Let me start. Hold on. Show me where she was last seen. Let's see. They pointed to Veterans Memorial Bridge. Let me see if that's the same. Three rivers. There's a lot of bridges here. That's the bridge here on this side. You're going to need patience if you're hanging around for this one. Because what I saw, she got off the bus, but then the chariot came out. So she got into a vehicle. Okay. Show me again. They're still pointing to the same thing. Did she get into a vehicle and they went on US Route 579? Okay. See, this is right around the bend where the Ohio River meets. It's over here then. $376. Does she know the people whose vehicle she got in? No. Was it a pure abduction? No. Was there some sort of lure to a party or some sort of event? Was this like a warehouse party or something like that, underground DJ? Was this a warehouse party or some sort of underground DJ? Was the event in the same county? No. Did she ever make it to said event? Did something happen to Tony at this event? No. Okay. Was Tony in any danger prior to her leaving on this evening? She was an adult, so she can't be listed as a runaway. Were her belongings staged on that bridge? Did she, did Tony stage her belongings on that bridge? Mm-mm, that is not a yes. Is there more than one person involved in this? No. Did Tony abscond? No, she didn't. Okay. So she made it to the event. Did she leave the event? No. Did something of her own doing befall her at this event? No. Was she drugged? Was she drugged? Poor question. Was she on drugs? Was she using drugs? Okay. More than weed? No. Was her weed laced? I'm gonna need you to make up your mind. Is she still alive? Poor question. Mm-mm. It's not a very poor question. That's someone out there trying to interfere with us in real time. Listen, unless you had something to do with it, mind your business. Is Tony still alive? Hmm. Is she still in the state? Mm. Just double checking because you said she was still at the space. Oh, Lord. Like, people just don't vanish. Squirrel Hill. That's where she was. That's the stop. Let's pull some cards. Let's just see. Tell me what is important. About this young lady's case. Tony Turner. I just saw the Five of Swords and the Two of Wands. So there was some sort of plot or something to get her to wherever she was. Huh. Definitely a setup. Um, was she drugged? Was there something placed in a cup? So she wouldn't be able to leave or defend herself or put up any sort of real resistance. It's looking like she was snatched and she's been moved because Seven of Swords, as much as it's about all the things that we know about the Seven of Swords, those tense is instability, it's movement. And so whatever this was, she's being moved around. And see, whenever I see, Hierophant, Ten of Swords, and then we have the High Priestess, right? They be looking for people, right? There's the Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands. They look for people who seem like they're downtrodden, lost their way, but this isn't what this girl's situation was. This is what makes this odd because very well loved, very well respected. She was an artist, just known like in her community, and you know what I mean? Like, but she could be seen traversing alone. You know what I mean? She had friends, but it was nothing for her to be somewhere just on her own. And so it feels like she was targeted. Okay. That actually that helps. Here. So. Okay. Right, and her belongings were found at the previous, like, she gets off normally somewhere up here. They found her stuff over here. Some of it. It's her usual stop. I feel like they surprised her, grabbed her, kidnapped her. This girl is scared somewhere. She's scared somewhere. I'm glad she's still alive. That's all I can say. You know, it's a very mountainous area. Is she in the fucking mountains? Is she in some sort of cabin in the woods? It's something about the way these are sitting. Up. They placed her up somewhere. Some sort of cabin. Oh, y'all gonna make me look at the terrain. Okay, hold on. Waterfalls. I know the Frank Lloyd Wright properties out near there called Falling Water. I don't think it's there. I think it's something else. Okay, okay. So seven epic waterfalls near Pittsburgh, right? There's Quakertown Falls, there's Big Run Falls, Cascade Park, Springfield Falls, Cucumber Falls, Jacobs Creek, Blue Hole, Buttermilk. All right, let's find out which one. Is it Quakertown Falls? No, wait, let me. Is the waterfalls the right direction? Yeah, okay. Is it Quakertown Falls? No. Is it Big Run Falls, Cascade Park? Is it Springfield Falls? Oh, okay. Where is Springfield Falls? Allegheny County? And listen, Springfield Falls is a bit more of a hidden waterfall near Pittsburgh. Okay, okay. I don't know if there's. Wait, 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 wait. Okay, okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Can I see a map? Because, oh, Lord help me. About an hour north of downtown Pittsburgh, Springfield Falls provides a picture perfect backdrop for a leisurely day out. Uh-huh. GPS coordinates are 41.1439 degrees north, 80.2215 degrees west. How about that? All right. It's somewhere near there. There's some sort. It feels like they. You can do a lazy river to thing down around that area, but there's something about using a boat or a kayak in a fortified position. So it's up a mountain near that waterfall, wherever this girl is. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, fine. Estates. I feel like it's a cabin or something. It's probably on state lands. Because there's definitely some sort of guard. It feels like she's on state property. One of those abandoned cabins they have in state parks. One of the ones that's really not fit for them to rent, so it's just kind of out there. Oof. They need to find her soon because I feel like, um, for whatever reason, she's the usefulness is waning, and so it feels like they're gonna leave her outside to just kind of this, it's the exposure is what it looks like. If they don't find her soon, they're gonna find her dead of exposure is what that looks like. Oh, it's winter. It's winter. Yeah. Okay. So it's the waterfall. Like it's up in the mountains. Allegheny County is definitely the mountains. It's up a water, like near the waterfall, Springfield waterfall, um, near like whatever that lazy river tube or kayaking, whatever that shit is. But it's like it's a part of the river system. I feel like that is forbidden, or if it's maybe it's rapids or it's something like that. But it's off limits. She's in some place near there in an off limits area. No, oh my god. Okay, I hope that helps. Like I really, really do. Y'all watch me all the time. Go find this girl. Let's see who else we got. There's a lot of cold cases. Some of these people are already deceased, and those are really hard. I want you to know that the energy and the things that are befalling these people, that is, y'all don't need to see me crying. I'm just saying, because that's what's going to happen. So I'm trying to stick to ones where it feels like they could still be alive. Let's just pick a state. I remember this little girl. Oh my god. Let's look at Alicia Navarro, 14 years old, last seen September 15, 2019. She was a runaway. It says in the early morning hours of September 15, 2019, 14-year-old Alicia quickly wrote a note to her sleeping family when she then took her phone and laptop and left the house just 5 days before her birthday. Was she lured away by an online predator? Let's see. Let's just start with that. This is why there's rules, and children under 16 shouldn't be on social media. They don't have the faculties. Even at 16, you still got to supervise. Was Alicia lured by an online person? No. Running away was her own idea. Did she meet up with anyone? Is this person known to her family? Was this a neighbor? Was it a family member? Maybe. So not family, but like a good friend to the mom. Like family, like family. I understand. Was it like an auntie associated with the mother? Was it an uncle associated with the mother? Have the police talked to this person? Is this man considered a person of interest by local law enforcement pertaining to this girl? Alibi. He has an alibi. Is the alibi covering for him? Did this man pick this girl up in the wee hours of the morning? No. Did she run away to his home specifically? Is Alicia still alive? I know how someone can have an alibi and it not be right. You understand? But someone could corroborate. If you lay down with someone and the last time you saw them they were laying next to you, in your mind they're home all night. Does this person live close to Alicia's house? No. Would be another reason to. Did she walk to his home? The word hitchhike is coming, but it doesn't feel like that. Did someone offer this little girl a ride? Did she ever arrive to this person's home? Is this like a godfather? Is this would this man be considered her godfather? Yes. Oh, wait, 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 wait. Let me wait. No, but considered a Dio or an uncle, not the driver, the mom's friend. Hmm. An in-law? Was Alicia in any harm? Was she in any danger? Is that why she ran away? No. The person who picked her up had something to do with her no longer being alive. Yes. Are her remains still in Arizona? Lord have mercy. Oh, fuck. Okay. Time to get on our Dora. Let's go to Arizona. It's like the cities. Let's see. Glendale. Perfect. I'm familiar with that place. Not like that, but you know, right here. It's a neighborhood inside of Phoenix. Well, it's a town, but it's so close. So she actually, wow. And because of what was going on with the pandemic bullshit, right? This case was deprioritized in 2019. Isn't that crazy? And her mom's been out here looking for her daughter all this time. Let's see. It says 2 weeks before Alicia ran away, her mother dropped her off at the mall for a 2 hour outing with two male friends from school. The boys were a few years older than Alicia. One of the boys would later tell an investigator that he saw Alicia with a burner phone and a backpack that day. But her mom insists Alicia didn't have anything with her when she dropped her off. Check this out. So on September 4th, just 11 days before Alicia would disappear, she messaged her 20-year-old friend, Clark Samples, on Discord and told him that she sold her Xbox and that she has a boyfriend now. See? 14 is a difficult. I literally started thinking Lolita, which I was trying to dismiss when I was going through this, and I'm like, this she's striking me as one that, listen, we've all been 14. Not every 14-year-old is innocent. Some 14-year-olds are well into puberty, and their eyes is open, and so are their noses. She was a freshman. Okay. She told a friend that she was thinking about running away to California and allegedly invited him along. This was a warning sign he missed, noting that Alicia said outlandish things. She says on this Friday, Alicia asked her mom if she could stay home from school, saying she was suffering from anxiety, but her mom granted her request, telling Arizona Central, "I let her stay home because I didn't want to pressure her because school was a big change for her." Yeah, so her boyfriend is what it's looking like. She was spotted on the 19th of September at a park about a mile and half away. So maybe that's the whole like family thing, this boyfriend. They saw her walking with an African American man with tattoos on his hands, neck, and face. Wow. So during that time, it says local investigators did partner with Homeland Security, and they ended up arresting 27 individuals ages 21 to 69 that fit the description of the man at the park. I mean, if that person's 69, they aging well. All right. No. Because they're so close to the border in Arizona, like it's almost scary. Like the amount of people and children that go missing along border states is outright just devastating. Show me where her remains are. Holy Spirit, show me where her remains are. It's making me feel like she's been scattered. But in regions this wild, there's predators and animals, and so that doesn't mean something incredibly heinous as much as it might seem. you circling Sedona? Between Flagstaff and Sedona? Between Flagstaff and Sedona? Was she left outside or buried? Was she buried? No. Oh, they're gonna have a hard time with this one. I don't feel like there's anything left. And like, if anybody's ever studied those shows or watched those shows where they have the body farms, and this is how forensic studies are done. Like, they have these fields and they test them in different environments to see. It helps them identify, how much time has passed. It's really helped solve a lot of cases, these places. Will they ever find her remains? I didn't think so. If you've ever been out there, you would understand the terrain it's volatile. It's volatile. Like, but it almost seems, right? Because if the whole thing was to run to California, you would have thought heading due west from Glendale straight through I-10 would have been the fastest route. But it almost feels like you took 17 up this way. I almost feel like they were going to Vegas, but this would have been too obvious. They'd have been looking on 93. They'd have been looking on 10. Let me see. Were they actually heading to California? Was this guy a pimp? Yeah. Were they taking her to Vegas? California was a lie they told her. Sold that little girl her own. Man. They take 17 to stay away from traffic, police, all of that. All right. All right. Let's give me some descriptions of this person. This fucking pimp. They live in that state. They live in Arizona. They have close set eyes. Um, Dewy, clear, smooth skin. So even though there's tattoos, I feel like their complexion is clear. I forget a whole T. Light eyelashes. Definitely a brother. We know he's a brother. All right. They work in groups. It's two of them. Long nose. Brown hair. Well, we know they're a liar. It's the stalker too nosy, that's sideways. I feel like this person might even have a record for stalking that they haven't found yet. If those 27 people that y'all detained, and there's one that y'all were really looking at, see if they have a record for stalking. It might even be something that happens in juvenile courts, is what I'm feeling. Like something that might just, be suppressed. That is about 1 to 2 hours away. Okay, so she was taken from Glendale, Phoenix area, right? And then what they're showing me is Flagstaff, Sedona. That is about uh 2 hours away, if not more. Oh, excuse me. Where's the scale? Two to 10. Okay, so let's see. It's 139 miles of Flagstaff from Phoenix. See what I mean? Oh. Tell me about the person. They know what's crazy, right? With social media and this, that, and the third. See, this is why it was easy to sell this little girl California. See the sun, right? Because she wanted to be famous, right? But it's tragic what happened to her right before her birthday. Like, it's not even a joke. I feel like, to be real, she had been talking to this person for quite some time. I feel like since she was 13, she was turning 15. Oh my God. It's like when Y'all gotta talk to y'all kids. And I mean that. That's what I was like. Like, this is a tragedy. Like, this situation in particular is a real tragedy. Because it's like, you got to talk to your kids about the dangers of the internet. You got to talk to your kids about the dangers of the thirst trap, of men capping them and this, that, and the third. Now, I'm going to say this because my mom was very, very serious about these conversations. Like, she was very serious, almost to the point where, a point in my life, I was damn really resentful, because it was like, I understand what you're saying, but the types of predators that are out there, it was necessary. And yeah, it might, make you real suspicious of folks, but at the same time, I'm here. I'm alive and I am well. So thank you, Mom. Because apparently a lot of people don't talk to their kids about the dangers of attention seeking. The difference between positive and negative attention. And I'm not blaming her mom by any way, but we have different cultures. And so some cultures, because they have quinceañeras and all of these things, these coming out parties, the cotillions, and so they prepare their young women very differently. But to a degree, in my opinion, it brings a lot of unnecessary sexual attention to your children. And so just reading what happened in the days leading up to this girl's disappearance and her running away, threading bar and all of these things. Now, I don't have a problem with you pampering your children, but those are more mature services. I wouldn't be able to drop my 14, 15-year-old daughter, and it was right before her birthday, off at the mall for 2 hours. I wouldn't. Not in the world we live in. Only time we were permitted to do those things, we had to be in a pack, like 8, 9 of us. One or two, and definitely wasn't meeting up with mixed company. And I'm not nothing against her classmates or the people she knew, but even her interacting with a 20-something-year-old. This little girl seems, for all intents and purposes, to have reached some sort of sexual maturity early. Because all the information is showing that she was seeking attention in all the wrong places. This girl was hiding like almost a whole nother friend group. Three of Cups, boom. Crazy part is, like, what I'm seeing down here, like, this went awry. I feel like she tried to escape. Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, Hangman, Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Right? I feel like with Seven of Swords, she tried to run. She tried to escape from wherever she was with whomever she was. There was an altercation, Five of Wands. Right. They tied her up or something like this. This, in their efforts to try to restrain her, it went wrong. She was not a large person. Still very small in her stature. Pray for this family. Pray for her mother. But y'all need, wow. Oh, I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna repeat what I just heard internally. I heard charge the mother. I don't know what the hell that's about. I don't know if it's endangerment. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ain't my business. But that's what I heard. I have no foundation for why they said that. But that's what I heard. Like, I don't know if this little girl, it's like she heard them talking about how they was gonna pass her around. Two of Pentacles. Tried to go. She was never going to make it to California. Sold her a bunch of lies. This poor child. Y'all need to do something. Funny part is, I feel like, oh, is there a vineyard? I mean, I know there's wine in Arizona. I thought that was Scottsdale. I'm pretty sure there's more vineyards. Wait. Where's the zone? What's that one? There's a couple vineyards up there, up near Sedona. I feel like she's near a vineyard. I feel like it's rather new. It's in its first year. This poor child. Alright, it's enough of that. I'll be right back. I'm done with this. It's enough.